Women really stand by their spouses when it comes to certain situations, especially women in Africa. Um, Particularly for President Hakainde Hichilema's wife, Madam Mutinta, the First Lady presently, she really fought battles which I know we only saw the outside of things, but I know she must have gone through, heartbreak and pain. Her husband being arrested, he was in Mokobeko prison, and he was not even allowed any food from her that she cooked. And I remember on one of the posts by Mwebantu Media in about 4 years ago, in 2017, somewhere there, I just made a comment. I said, look, this man that you are troubling, one day he'll be president. You'll come and tell me. And the post, the comment has gone viral. People have been sharing that, saying, you saw this happening, or you're a prophetess. I mean, from the beginning, the reason why I joined the party was because I had already been shown by God that this man will be a president of Zambia. Now, President Hakainde Hichilema was really abused. His human rights were abused. His human rights were infringed. The Patriotic Front regime, accused him of treason, something that he never even did. They accused him of different things, gassing, anything that was going wrong, they would say it's him. Anything that was going wrong, they would say it was him. His house was broken into, he was gassed before, simply because he chose to stand for the people of Zambia, simply because he wanted to be president. And what the Patriotic Front were trying by all means was to block HH from becoming the president of Zambia, not to even allow him near the ballot paper. They tried to bring in Bill 10, which was going to abolish President Hakainde Hichilema's right to participate in the election in 2021, and Bill 10 fell through. They tried so many things to block him, but it didn't work, and the Zambians decided enough was enough. Believe you me, for those of you who are not on the ground to see what happened during the election day, it was powerful. Zambians protested with one voice. We don't know each other from anywhere, but we all voted for President Hakainde Hichilema. And you see, the Patriotic Front missed it. They would mock us for coming on social media protesting. They would say all sorts of things about President Hakainde Hichilema's party is only on Facebook. And particularly me, I was even mocked about having a constituency on Facebook. But they didn't realize that things have changed. In 2016, social media was not as much, visible to the population of Zambia as compared to now. Believe you me, we won this election through the power of social media. The videos we used to share on my YouTube platform, the videos that were shared on Facebook, the videos that were shared on WhatsApp. The Zambians were keeping anger. They were keeping a lot of things. Why should we suffer in our land? We got our freedom in 1964, and a fellow Zambian wants to deprive us of our human right, of even wearing a regalia, a t-shirt of UPND. If you are found wearing a t-shirt of UPND, you would be attacked. People were silenced. They couldn't express a divergent view on social media. The moment they did that, they would be closed down. Their Facebook would be closed down. And they would also be arrested for simply sharing their views. I would fly to Zambia quietly because I knew that if I made myself accessible, I would be setting myself up for a trap. And I made sure nobody knew my dates when I flew into Zambia or flew out of Zambia each time I was in Zambia. I knew I would be a target for somebody who was advocating all the time saying all sorts of things on social media. And I'm glad it paid off. Your effort, my effort, everyone's effort collectively did not end in vain. But we made sure we went for our target, and that's to get rid of the Patriotic Front. As a patriotic Zambian, I made sure I left everything that I was doing in Britain, went on the ground, and I said, I'm going to work with the people of Zambia. I'll be telling them the manifesto of UPND. I'll be telling them about President Hakainde Hichilema. Do you know him? No, we've never met him before. The problem is we don't see him. And then we'll spread them the good news of, you will see him one day. He's just being blocked. And I'm so happy that now that President Hakainde Hichilema is a president of Zambia, he is not preaching hate, but love. He has opened up the state house to churches. He has opened up to different people. And he has said, we're not in this regime to punish anybody, but to put things in order, of which the Patriotic Front failed. There was even an image of President Lungu and President Hakainde Hichilema together with former President Rupia Banda, together in a form of reconciliation. But never trust your enemies. I mean, President Lungu really made sure that our current president became his enemy, and we can't take any chances or any risks of trusting people anyhow, especially when President Hakainde Hichilema was a target in many things. I shared a video on my Facebook page where I said we needed to pray for President Hakainde Hichilema, and that was a few months back. And God showed me that the man would be president of Zambia, but he would be attacked. And the attack that he would have is one that we would be complaining to ourselves to say, we were hoping he would come here and, swear in and be our president. But because we prayed, because we called upon God, that dream was cancelled. What are we going to learn from this journey? We are learning something, that social media brought us together. Where the Patriotic Front decided to block us, he used different voices from America, Canada, United States, again I'll say it, different places, Australia, New Zealand, Ghana, Nigeria, Trinidad and Tobago, Jamaica. We came together as one, and the Zambian problems of the Chinese are doing this to people, Zambians are being abused by foreign nationals in our country. We rose together on our YouTube platforms, on our Facebook pages. We rose together. We felt united. We became more united as Black people. Why should a Black man be suffering? Why should a fellow Black man deprive of another Black person of their freedom, of their right of expression, simply because they're dining with the Chinese? We refuse that. And that is why we have seen the victory of President Hakainde Hichilema. So far, President Hakainde Hichilema is doing amazing things. I'll come and do a live stream today where I'll be reading what you're saying, and we'll just discuss. I'll ask you questions. What do you think of this regime? President Hakainde Hichilema means well. And a lot of people are ashamed, including people who belong to the Patriotic Front. They're saying, we never knew that this man would be like this. I mean, how would you know if all you knew was cadarism? Zambia was reduced to zero. Zambia became like some ghetto of some kind of dungeon where ruthless thugs were running the streets of Zambia, and people were educated, were talking on the phone quietly. They couldn't even share, they couldn't even comment on our pages, especially a person like me, People say, oh, you're talking from the diaspora because you're not here. When you're here, you know, you see, you'll be arrested. And I said, look, nobody will stop me from speaking in my country. And I came down to Zambia to fight for freedom. And that is why I tell people, don't misunderstand the fact that I stood independent. It doesn't mean I stopped dreaming and believing in President HH. No. I just carried on the journey in a different way. And believe you me, I made sure I invested in more than 350 polling agents. And I told them, there's 2 people here protecting the votes for the president. Very important. And myself. But more importantly, the president. So what the polling agents were doing when the MP votes are counted and it's done, they were waiting. And they were being told, oh, you just came here for the MP votes. They would say, no. We were told by Honorable Lilian Mutambo to wait for the presidential vote as well, so that we should count. And we made sure that he got the maximum votes in Monali constituency. We are winners. I feel like a winner. People may mock me to say, oh, you didn't win the election. For me, it doesn't matter. What matters is, as an independent candidate, nobody harassed me. I was able to go freely to campaign, and secretly I was selling the name of President Hakainde Hichilema, because when you're independent, you're not